What's up guys? Today we are checking out the Infinix Note 60 Ultra, a phone that mixes Italian supercar design with satellite communication and flagship level specs. So on paper this looks serious, but does it actually deliver? Well, let's break it down, shall we? Roll the intro. Alright, now let me quickly show you what you get inside the box. You get this cool looking card with a really funky designed SIM eject tool, a Type-C to Type-C charging cable, a pair of Type-C wired earphones, a 100-watt fast charger is also included in the box. This comes with a fast wireless charger designed like an Italian sports car, and the chrome parts are actually made from metal, so it's got a bit of weight to it, and everything comes neatly organized within this Note 60 Ultra premium gift package. Really like that. Alright, now let's talk design. This phone is co-engineered with Pininfarina. Yes, the same Italian design house behind Ferrari. And honestly, it doesn't look like anything else on the market right now. The back uses what Infinix calls a uni-chassis camera module design. So instead of a separate camera bump stuck onto the rear, everything flows together as one sculpted piece. It feels intentional, it feels premium, and it doesn't look at all generic. Now you've got this rather nice floating taillight style LED strip under the camera module. So when the phone boots up or gets notification, it glows. It's subtle but gives off a proper supercar ignition vibe. It feels solid in the hands with metal frame and matte finish going all the way around. And you can see on the side it says designed by Pininfarina. Now we've got rounded corners and the edges do not feel too sharp. Really nice overall matte finish. The phone is 7.9mm thick and weighs 220 grams. So yes, it has a bit of weight to it, but it feels flagship heavy, not uncomfortably heavy. And the available colors, Torino black, which I have here. Then you can get Monzo red, blue and silver. And on the camera module, you have an active matrix display. So when it's off, you don't notice it, but when it lights up, it shows calls, notifications, charging status, music playback, timers, fraud alerts, and it even has two built-in mini games that you can actually play, Dot Dash and Star Blast, which I'm playing right now. You can also customize pixel pets, emojis, scrolling text, and even create your own animations. It's playful, it's different, it gives personality to the device. Where most phones feel robotic these days, this one feels quite expressive. Now let's check out the ports. And I can confirm this phone does not support display out. We've got two antenna lines and a single speaker. Port in the middle and it doesn't support display out. And we have a single speaker. Now on this side we have an antenna line. Now we have a health sensor on the side which can not only detect your heart rate, it can also detect your blood oxygen, HRV and stress levels. Then we've got a power button, volume rocker and then another antenna line. At the top of the phone we've got an antenna line, single speaker. In the middle there it says sound by JBL. We've got an IR blaster, microphone and another antenna line. And on this side we have another antenna line. In the middle there it says designed by Pininfarina, and over here we have a one-click customizable button. So by default it acts like a mute switch when you long press, but you can customize that function. And then you've got two more antenna lines. Alright, now let's talk about that screen. On the front you are looking at a 6.7-inch display with a 1.5K resolution and a 144Hz refresh rate. It also hits up to 4500 nits of peak brightness, and that brightness is no joke. Direct sunlight, no problem. HDR content pops nicely. You also get Gorilla Glass 7 eye protection, 2304 Hz PWM dimming for low light comfort. You get TUV low blue light certification, and something rather interesting, motion sickness relief tech designed to reduce visual discomfort while commuting or gaming. Now this is a flagship grade panel, smooth scrolling, crisp visuals and very immersive. Now moving on to performance, this phone is powered by the MediaTek Dimensity 8400 Ultimate, running on a 4nm process and clocked at 3.25 GHz, along with Mali G720 graphics. And for RAM and storage, we have 12 gigs of LPDDR5X RAM and 256 gigs of UFS 4.0 storage. And cooling is handled by a 3D ice core cooling system consisting of a vapor chamber and copper sheet During heavy gaming, it keeps temperature stable, so performance doesn't suddenly drop. This doesn't feel like a mid-range chip pretending to be powerful. It feels like properly upper tier, although not on the same level as the Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. And the chart rankings are coming up later in the video, so you can see how it ranks. And here are the benchmark results, starting off with Geekbench single-core score 1603 and multi-core score 6632. And in 3D Mark Wildlife Extreme, overall score 4066. And in the Solar Bay test, overall score 6638. And in Steel Nomad Lite, overall score 1440. Okay, so gaming time, and here is COD Mobile graphics settings. The maximum graphics selectable is medium and ultra at the same time. So let's go ahead and play a game and see how this handles.
Enemy down. Enemy down. Enemy contact. Hostile hunter killer drone inbound. Enemy go. Enemy UAV spotted. Tango down. Enemy down.
So after a full game of Call of Duty Mobile, you can see the temperature is 36 degrees Celsius and we're experiencing light throttling, but user experience not affected. Now let's talk cameras. The Note 60 Ultra features triple rear cameras with a 200 megapixel primary camera using the Samsung ISOCELL S5KHPE. This is a newer 200 megapixel sensor and it's the same one used in the Xiaomi Redmi Note 15 Pro Plus and the Xiaomi 17 Ultra. And you also get a 50 megapixel periscope telephoto lens powered by the Samsung ISOCELL JN5. That's the same sensor we've seen in the Poco F8 Ultra, OnePlus 13 and the Xiaomi 15 Ultra. And to finish it off, you get an 8 megapixel ultra wide. And on the front, we have a 32 megapixel selfie camera. Let me give you a walkthrough of the camera app. You've got Ultra HD for Ultra HD photos. Video mode and maximum resolution supported is 4K 60. AI camera, which allows up to 100x zoom. We've got portrait mode, street snap, super night mode, and then under more, you have a whole bunch of other features that you can play with, including super macro, slow motion. You've got dual video vlog mode and lots more. So on paper, the cameras sound good, but how do they actually perform? Well, let's check out the samples. 4K 60. Here's the wild feature. This phone has satellite calling. So the Note 60 Ultra supports two-way satellite communication, not just emergency texting, actual voice calls and SMS. Now this works via a compatible satellite SIM in supported regions. The coverage spans large parts of Europe, Asia, Africa and beyond. Now when satellite mode is active, features like Wi-Fi and mobile data temporarily switch off. That's part of how the system works. But having full two-way satellite calling built into a mainstream smartphone, That's next level. For travelers, remote workers, hikers, this could genuinely matter. So imagine you're somewhere with no reception with your current SIM card. You activate the satellite mode, find a fix by following the instructions on screen, and then you can make free calls and text messages via satellite. How amazing is that? Charging is equally impressive. Now what about battery life? Well, this thing has a massive 7000 mAh silicon carbon battery. So you're looking at extremely long endurance for video, gaming or heavy daily usage with a 100-watt charger included in the box, and this also supports 50-watt wireless charging. So this can hit 50% in under 20 minutes and a full charge in under 50 minutes. There is also adaptive bypass charging, meaning during a gaming session it can power the phone directly instead of cycling the battery. That reduces heat and long-term wear. And then there's battery self-healing tech designed to preserve long-term battery health. Now in terms of audio, you get JBL tuned dual stereo speakers, one bottom firing and one on the top. They are loud, they are clear, and they've got depth. And here is a taste of the audio. Now, talking about software, now this phone comes pre-installed with XOS version 16 based on Android 16, with a promise of 3 years of OS updates and up to 5 years of security updates. And then you've got the Infinix AI features baked into the system with Folex AI voice assistant, you've got Smart Touch AI call assistant, translation assistant, you've got social, notifications, document assistant, AI writing, AI note, recording summary, and the list goes on. So quite feature packed on the AI side as well. And to give you a better idea of how powerful this phone is, let's take a look at my latest smartphone performance chart for 2026. This chart shows all the latest smartphones side by side, so you can see exactly how they stack up against each other. Every phone here is ranked using Geekbench multi-core scores. So higher the score, the more powerful the phone, and the higher it ranks on this chart. I also rated each phone with a score out of 100, so you know exactly what I think of each phone regardless of the performance rank. And as you guys can see here, the Infinix Note 60 Ultra takes position 15 on this chart, with a Geekbench multi-core score of 6632. And I've also given this phone an overall rating of 92 out of 100. Now I will be constantly updating this chart as new devices launch, so if you want the most up-to-date rankings, head over to chigz.com to read them at your leisure and completely free of charge. So there you have it guys, that was the Infinix Note 60 Ultra, and here are my thoughts. The Infinix Note 60 Ultra display is another highlight. It's a bright AMOLED panel with 144Hz refresh rate, which makes scrolling, gaming and watching content feel very smooth and fluid. It also gets very bright, so outdoor visibility isn't a problem at all. Performance in daily use is smooth and responsive. For social media, multitasking, streaming, the phone handles things comfortably without lag. One of the standout features is the global two-way satellite calling, which allows you to make and receive phone calls via satellite in supported regions, which is a rare feature at this level. The Infinix Note 60 Ultra has a decent camera setup, and in good lighting, photos are detailed and sharp, and for everyday shooting, the cameras are more than capable. Battery life is another major strength. The 7000 mAh battery easily lasts through heavy use, and charging is also very fast. And the 100-watt charger is included in the box, so topping up the battery doesn't take long at all. The design is also unique thanks to the Pininfarina collaboration. It feels premium and looks different from most smartphones on the market. On top of that, the JBL dual stereo speakers deliver loud, clear audio for media consumption. Software support is solid too, with 3 years of OS updates and 5 years of security updates, which gives the phone better long-term support. Now another feature which I think is rather cool is the built-in fingerprint reader. So you hold one of your fingers against the sensor and just under 30 seconds, it will give you a full measurement for your heart rate, your SpO2, your HRV and your stress levels. So here are my results: heart rate, blood oxygen, HRV and stress levels, and it gives you some health advice. Now for the caveats. Satellite calling is limited by region and requires a compatible SIM, so not everyone will be able to use that feature. Performance is strong, but it's not on the same level as top-tier flagship processors, for example Snapdragon 8 Elite Gen 5. And while the cameras perform well overall, low-light photography isn't class-leading and can be a bit average in very dark conditions. So bottom line, the Infinix Note 60 Ultra feels like a statement device. It's not trying to quietly fit into the market, it's trying to stand out. From the design partnership to the satellite feature, this phone feels ambitious, and I respect that. It delivers premium feel, strong everyday performance, and excellent battery life. And a feature set that you simply don't see very often in this category. It's bold, a little experimental, and clearly aimed at people who want something different. Is it perfect? No. It's not built to compete head-to-head with ultra-premium flagships in raw power, and some features depend on where you live, but as an overall package, it's still pretty impressive. If the pricing makes sense, this could be one of the most interesting phones in this segment. And honestly, it shows that Infinix isn't playing it safe anymore. And I'll put relevant pricing info as it becomes available in the description box below. Now, if you enjoyed the review, smash the like button. If you're new here, sub to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss what's coming up next. And do let me know in the comments, would you actually use satellite calling on a smartphone? Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.